Good morning, class 7. Today I will complete the chapter Kingdom Classification 1, and these two topics were left. So this is Kingdom Plantae and this is Kingdom Animalia. So today, children, we will discuss about the characters of the organism present in Kingdom Plantae, why they belonging to the Kingdom Plantae and why they are belonging to Kingdom Animalia. Yes, children. First character about Kingdom Plantae is they are multicellular. Children, one celled, that is unicellular. Plants are also there, just like Eulothrix, Spirogyra, but they are unicellular. So they are not belonging to the Plantae kingdom. So they are multicellular. Then they are eukaryotes. That means their cell is having true nucleus and all the organelles are present separately with their own membrane bounded. Organelles are there. So they are eukaryotes. Then yet it is a plant. So they have cell wall made up of cellulose. All the plant cells are having their cell wall with the cellulose. Then next point, they have a large central portion or have large central vacuole in the cell, and their nucleus is towards any corner of the cell, and this vacuole have a covering, that name is tonoplast. Just now I told you that they are eukaryotes. It means they have separate membranes to their cell organelle. Here one organelle, that is vacuole, it is very large in plant cell and they have their separate cell membrane. It is tonoplast. Next point, yet this is a plant. So most of the part of the plant is green and they are having chlorophyll pigment which imparts green color, and chlorophyll pigment is present in the chloroplast. Along with that, if they have some colorful flowers or colorful fruits, they also have different type of pigment in those organs, and if they have colorful pigment, then it is known as chromoplast. And as per according to the structure, the root is having no color, so root is white in color, and white color will store the starch, that is leucoplast. Altogether all the plasts are called as plastid. So there is one plastid. One plastid may have three different types of plasts they have, that means chloroplast when they have green pigment in it, chromoplast when they have some colorful pigment in it except green, and leucoplast when they have white pigment due to the presence of starch. This is leucoplast. Now they are autotrophic. Yes, children, if they are having green pigment, it means they can prepare their own food, and at that time they are termed as autotrophic. That means they can prepare their own food with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. That means they can do photosynthesis. Next, body is irregular in shape. Yes, children, irregular only due to the presence of branches. But we can identify some trees along with the branches, the proper shape of the tree. Mango, neem, blackberry, whatever trees. If you know about the tree, then you can recognize that tree according to their branching system. From the far away, you can recognize it. That's why each and every type, they have different types of branching and they have irregular shape of their body. Some are annual, they only creep on land. Some of them they may be erect, their lifespan is only 1 hour, or you can say 1 season only. Then some are biennial, those who can survive for 2 years. 1 year they are busy, they are very helpful to prepare their food and to store the starch, and next year their lifespan will be over, and then we can eat all that parts of those plants, just like radish, carrot, turnip, all these. And lastly, the third category will be tree, those who have, or you can say perennial, year by year they are giving us flowers, fruits, and they can survive for so many years. So in this way they are separated or they are categorized. For example, any type of green pigment, green tree, green annual, biennial, perennial, herb, shrub, tree, whatever you can write. Now children, I will discuss about the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia, it belongs to those animals, these are not unicellular. Here again, the animals belonging to the Animalia, they should be multicellular. Just like amoeba, paramecium, all these belonging to Protista. If below it, that is Monera, but they are not belonging to the kingdom Animalia. So these are the special characteristics for the kingdom Animalia. First is multicellular, as I told. Second is eukaryotes. They are also having true nucleus. All the cell organelles have their own membrane and they are separated from each other in the cytoplasm. Then lack cell wall. It means they do not have cell wall. Only they have cell membrane, or you can say plasma membrane. Outermost layer is cell wall or plasma membrane, cell membrane. There is no cell wall. Then fourth point, growth is limited up to maturity. All the animals stop their growth till they are not getting maturity. When they become mature, then their growth will be stopped and it will be their last shape and size of their body. Yet in case of plants, they have unlimited growth till their lifespan. So if their growth will be over after getting maturity, so they have definite shape, size and symmetry of their body. Symmetry, children, you can understand that in the symmetry, our parts of the body, not our means animals, parts of the body should be similar in anyhow, the parts should be the similar in both the halves. Then there will be the proper symmetry. As children, we human beings have bilaterally symmetrical body. If we can cut from the excess of our body, then we can get two proper equal halves of our body. Now, sixth point, they are mobile. Mobile means movable. Except these two animals, sponges and corals, they cannot move. They are always present or staked or adhered with the rocks. Now other animals, they can move, so they are known as mobile, and while moving or for their movement, different types of animals have different types of locomotory organ. As children, we are moving with our legs. Aves, that means birds, they are moving with the legs and even they have wings also. Reptiles, they can move with their scales, yet some reptiles also have legs, that means limbs, and they have tail to change the direction, just like the birds. Then amphibians you can take. They also have the forelimb and hind limb. With their limbs they can move in water also, and they can move on land also. And species, that means species group, organism belonging to the species group, that means fishes. They have scales on their body, they have fins in their body, and they can move along with the fins or with the help of fins, and they also have tail to change the direction. Now next, locomotory organs are different, I explained it. Then have organization. All the animals, they have any type of organization of their body according to their category. See, first the cellular organization. They have only the cells, or many cells are there, but cells are not working together. All the cells are different in their activities, just like sponges. So they are having cellular body. Then tissue system. Tissue system, when cells are working together and all the functions are related with each and every cell, then this organism is having tissue level of organization. After that tissue level, when the animals becomes more developed, then they form some organs by the combination of different types of tissue, different types of organ they form, and all the organs complete their different types of function according to their activity. So at that time the level system will be organ level system. And next, last one, organ system. All the organs when combined to form a single system, then this type of system is known as organ system, or level is called as organ system level. Just in any body, suppose in our body, mouth, then food pipe or esophagus, stomach, along with that stomach there is liver, pancreas, then we have duodenum, then we have small intestine, then large intestine, then rectum, and then through the anus we are throwing our waste materials. So all together all these organs will form the digestive system. In this way the level of organ system will be completed, and when all the systems are working together for one body, then it is known as organism. So children, according to kingdom Animalia, all these points are related to the animals, and lastly, well developed animal have the organ system, and that's why they are known as organism. Okay children, now God bless you. Thank you.